Welcome to Ask Chef Tony. Recently we've been introducing some basic vegetable dishes and introducing some of these vegetables that are a little bit misunderstood. I'm talking about, in this case, broccoli rabe. It's actually one of my favorite vegetables. Almost everybody knows them. It's like, oh, yeah, I know, I heard of them, but what do I do with it? It's almost like you are afraid. It's from another planet or something. Like if you look here and there, you're going to see some of the florets that look a little more familiar to you. Some people call them Rapini, cime di Raab, depending on different region. More of the real broccoli, the originally, like even if you try, I don't know if you ever tried, even if you try to grow your own regular broccoli at home without the techniques of whatever they do out there, you'll end up with a plant that looks a lot more like this than a broccoli that you buy at the supermarket. You'll get this little long stalk with some leaves and maybe a floret in the middle. It's actually more of a winter vegetables versus like many cabbage. They're good in the fall, in the winter. Christmas is big with broccoli rabe, everybody knows that. And it's a beautiful thing. I wish I could just like make a bed out of broccoli rabe and just have them around me. I even make a bouquet, just like that, a bouquet for my anniversary, and I gave one of these to my wife. You should try it. Guaranteed success. Anyway, yes, might have a little bit of spiciness, bitter into the natural flavor, but that is part of the character of the vegetable itself. I've heard of people boiling them to take that out. Well, it's kind of like you taking flavor out by immersing in hot water and let it, sip out all the good stuff. So we don't do that. So we are going to saute it, very simple. And again, a lot of these things, sometimes it can be treated or eaten by itself, or as a side to something else, or as an ingredient to another dish. For example, after you make this, you can make a nice crostini. Melt some cheese on it, some of your favorite cheese. We can make a pasta that is very famous pasta in the Puglia region of Italy, and the typical sauce would be the broccoli rabe and the sausage, rabini and salsicce. So let's go and see what we're going to do with this today. So and some of the heavier stalk, I just discard them. So I take some of the leaves around. If you're with a big floret, I give it a chop in the middle and then another one here. And finish my trimming. So I'll let it sit in here, and in case there is a little grit, or also to revive them a little bit and crisp them up. I'll shake some of the excess water. Now this water is nice and cold. We don't want to do this in a warm water, because otherwise it will wilt. And here we have it. We get our fire on. We want a large pan like this. I'm going to start it up with some olive oil, a couple tablespoons of olive oil. Throw some garlic cloves that I just smushed down and peeled. I have some hot pepper flakes because I like a little kick into my broccoli rabe. As this start browning a little bit, I'm going to go and retrieve my broccoli. Now, before the pan gets too hot, because if it does, we're going to scorch the broccoli. Flame down a little, and I'm going to start adding my broccoli, all of that. As they cook down, you'll see this reduced a good amount. I'm going to cover up. I'm going to get one of my handy third hand. We're going to start turning them. As you can hear the cooking going, you're going to start getting the bottom to the top, so twisting them. I'm not adding any seasoning or anything at this point. And we'll cover again. You adjust your flame up and down. Remember, when you cook, you are the manager. There is no 100% rule all the time. You have to manage your flames, your heat, your spices, everything. There are a lot of things there to preparing a dish, especially if you do it with your heart. The more you put into it, the more you enjoy after, you and your friends. Like even sometime if I am alone, my family's out of town, my wife is going out with friends, the kids are staying at grandma, I'm by myself, most people think, oh, good day to take a day off and go out. No way, that's when I cook the best meals. I'll put all my heart into it and I make a meal for one, even if it takes me 3 hours. Why not? That is already cooking down, as you can see. I'll give it another toss here. Again, to bring the bottom to the surface. Some of the juices are coming out, and it's safe at this time to add some of your sea salt, some pepper, and some pine nuts. These are pre-roasted, slightly roasted. Pine nut, it's really not a nut. It's those little kernels that you find in a specific pine cones. As a child, I used to go around and go collect the cone, and the nut itself, it's on its own hard shell. It's like almost wood, and we will crack them with the stone, and you're there for like 2 hours, and you realize that in the 2 hours you only add a handful. But it was more of the fun of it than, you know. Now you can see it's already cooking down. I don't want to overcook them. I just want to make sure that everything gets nice, a little tender. Some people might cook it too much. I like them to keep this vibrant green color, and I do like a crunchy bite to it. It's one of those florets. Beautiful. That's mine, nobody touch it. Like even if you take this little nugget right here, now it's flavored with all the little things that we put in there. Turn the fire down. Fantastic. The juice, yes, it's got that little bitter aftertaste, but it's probably one of the things that makes it so special and different. I'm gonna cover it and shut the flame off, and that's all there is to it. Very simple yet delicious. You can put it in pasta. Very well-known pasta dish in Italy, orecchiette, salsiccia, broccoli, which we would saute some sausage, either sweet or spicy, depending on who's eating. Mix it with this, boil the pasta, reserve some of the boiling water, mix everything, put some parmigiano or pecorino, and there you go. You have like a wonderful meal with the meat, the vegetables, the pasta all in one. Some nice crusty multi-grain bread. You want to add a little color, and there you have it. Very simple crostini or broccoli raba bruschetta with mozzarella, melted mozzarella. on a multi-grain bread, crusty, toasted, delicious, and could be as an appetizer or as an intermezzo, or something just to have around the table with a glass of wine and have a little fun with friends. Buon appetito!